Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Sims Proving Every Day. I'm Gina, and today, Create a Sim is going to the dogs and cats. Stay tuned until the end of the video for our look at Evergreen Harbor. Remember, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Help your girl out, please and thank you. I am finally feeling better, so I sincerely hope that today's video is better than the last two. To get into Create a Sim, we are just going to go ahead and hit New Game. We will need a human to start with to even open up the possibility of getting a cat or dog. So we'll just hit No Thank You. And this is our random sim. So now we can click Add a Sim, go to the paw print, Add Pet, and we can add a dog, we can add a cat, and we can make a mixed breed. So we're going to go ahead and start with dogs. Alright, so now that we have a generated pupper here, we can go ahead and get rid of this sim if you would like to do so. And as you can see, the pet Create a Sim is pretty much the same as a human one. We can go ahead and give them a name up here. Sprinkles, why not? You can give them a last name if you would like to do so, but it's not required. And then on the personality plumb bob, this is where you can select gender, and you can also make it so that they're fixed or not. This is where you would select their age. For this, we are going to go ahead and leave her as an adult, and then we can go ahead and change her voice. Under this paw print, we'll tell you what kind of breed she is, and as you can see, a pencil pops up, so that means we can change it. Puppy face is now her breed. And then just like with human sims, you can go ahead and select some traits. So we will give her active, and we will give her friendly, and we will give her smart. You can also go ahead and randomize her traits. If you hit randomize after you've edited the breed, then it changes back to mixed breed. So if you want to name it something specific and custom, then I would recommend doing that towards the end. But I don't want her to be aggressive and vocal. So we're going to go ahead and change those. Active and friendly. Up at the top, we have a couple of different poses that we can have Sprinkles go into. And these are just so that you can see all the angles when you're trying to customize her coat and colors. So then to get started customizing, you can go ahead and click on their body, and you have the sliders over here for the chunkiness and the muscles. And then just like with the human sims, anywhere that you grab, you can go ahead and manually slide and adjust as well. So over here on this top bubble, we have the breeds, and you can randomize their breed, you can search for a breed, you can filter by color, dog size, breed group, and coat markings, or you can go ahead and just scroll through. And then some of the breeds have a couple of different swatches to change their colorings and some of their markings. Then whenever you come across a breed that has a bigger dog outline, that means that this is a smaller breed of dog. Down here is the breed mixer, so if you would like to create a designer dog, You can go ahead and open that up and select which breed you would like to start with. We'll go with the Dalmatian, and then you can go ahead and select a secondary breed. Just for giggles, let's do a Chow. And this is what a Chalmatian would look like. I think it's kind of cute. It's just funny. So we're going to go ahead and keep Sprinkles, our Chalmatian, here. Okay. Moving on. Okay, so the second bubble is the body. And just like with the human Sims, you can have templates over here, and you can also grab on and adjust them. The third bubble is the tail, and again, you can select the templates, or you can go ahead and just grab on. Coat color and pattern. This is where things get interesting. So at the top, you'll see the colors that are currently on your pet, and you can go ahead and change them either by clicking on the square and clicking one of these other colors. Wow! Or you can go ahead and randomize it. This is getting better by the minute. Or you can go ahead and scroll through to find a new coat color or pattern that you like. And up at the top by the colors, we have paint mode. So again, you can choose a color either by choosing it on the color wheel or selecting one of these. If you click on this box right here, you'll get the sliders for the hue, saturation, and brightness. And then in this section, it's the paintbrush, the eraser tool, and the eyedropper. So we're going to go ahead and start with our paintbrush, and I'm going to go ahead and select this pattern. Then right here, you have the brush size and the rotation, so we can go ahead and turn that a little bit more horizontally, and we'll pick a bright color so we can see what we're doing. And now we just hover where we want to paint and click, and there we go. By default, it will paint both sides of the pet in the same spot. So if we wanted to only paint one side, you would go over here to the mirror painting, click that off so that only half is showing, and then if we put something on her head, it's not going to be on the other side. So then the eraser tool will erase. You do have to kind of hold and drag to get it to, and click a few times to get it to fully erase. And because we only have the one side selected, it only erased one side. Makes sense, right? So then, of course, the eyedropper is to select a color that is already on the pet. This little icon next to where we click for the mirror painting is to completely color the dog or cat in one color. Now down on the bottom right, we have brushes, and we have quite a few different brushes that we could use. But we also have stamps, and let's go ahead and get a different color so we can see. And we have stencils. I'm going to go ahead and make her a solid color for this because it'll be easier to see. So we're going to go ahead and make her black for right this second. Then we go to the stencil. We'll go ahead and choose white. So now this little eye will be your preview. So it's showing what that stencil will look like on her. So we can go ahead and go to like stripes. In order to get the stencil to work, you just click and drag. And now we have a zebra. Alright, so when you're done painting, you can go ahead and click this back arrow or clear all to start all over. We'll just go back. The 5th bubble down is furs, and this is where you can select basically their hairstyle. Oh, wow. And the 6th bubble down is pet clothing. And this is where you can choose hats, collars, harnesses, dresses, tops, and outfits for your pet. I do want to mention that if your pet is a puppy or kitten, they will not have the clothing option. And then this last bubble is paint mode, and that takes you directly into paint mode without having to go through this other screen first. And again, like with human Sims, you can go ahead and click on their face and it brings them up close. And this is where you can go ahead and change their facial features. So you can click and drag. So in this view, right here, we can go ahead and go to head shape, and it does give us some templates, or again, click and drag. The next bubble is the ears. Actually, for the demonstration, we'll go ahead and just do this. So again, you can go ahead and pick their ears or click and drag. If you click and hold in the middle, it will adjust their size, and if they're like turned out a little bit, you can also grab onto the tip of their ears to, I don't know how to describe this besides length and crinkliness. That's kind of interesting though. But let's go ahead and give her some ears that stand up. Then for the nose, you can change the style and shape of their nose, and you can also change the nose color. To show the eyes, I did go ahead and change her breed real quick because I wanted to make sure that we could really see this. So when you hover over and you get the arrow with the boxes, you can go ahead and make them bigger or smaller. But you can also, when you get this side-to-side arrow, make their eyes look in different directions, or you can make them a little bit cross-eyed. Okay, so we're back with Sprinkles, our Dalmatian here. And then, of course, this is where you can go ahead and change their eye color. If you uncheck the match eye colors, then you can go ahead and select one eye to be a different color than the other. And then, again, paint mode takes you back to paint mode. So then, in paint mode, if you zoom in, you can go into detail paint mode. This will allow you to paint the inside of their ears, around their eyes, their nose if you wanted to custom paint their nose. And it says you can do their paws, but if I try to zoom out, it takes me out of detail paint. But you can still go ahead and paint their paws this way. So now if we wanted to go to cats, it's basically all the same options that the dogs have. I just real quick want to see what Sprinkles looks like as a puppy. So then for this third option, for make a mixed breed, it's kind of like the play with genetics for the humans. If you click on it, it'll let you give her a brother or a sister, or a parent. Alright, so that's about it for the pet version of Create-A-Sim. Stick around for our look at Evergreen Harbor. Here we are in Evergreen Harbor, and this world came with the Eco Lifestyle Pack, and there are 3 main sections. We have Grimace Quarry, we have Conifer Station, and we have Port Promise. The gameplay for Eco Lifestyle and Evergreen Harbor mainly revolves around green living and sustainable living. So your Sims will reduce, recycle, reuse. You can go ahead and produce your own electricity and water with solar panels and dew collectors. You can grow your own food. Your Sims can dumpster dive for all kinds of good stuff. They can upcycle stuff that they find. They can fabricate new creations with the fabrication machine. They can, of course, recycle. When you're playing with the features of Eco Lifestyle, the way your Sims live has an impact on the world around them. So we are in the Grimm's Quarry section of the world, and we're in the quarry building lot, and this is a community space lot. On the community space lots, we have the community voting boards, they have dumpsters, and they have the recycle machines. So if we look around this world, the Sims can go down this street, and they can go through this little alley that's right there. They can go down this alley and around here, and then on this side, there's a fishing spot and another voting board. Now we're in the Conifer Station section of the world, and we are on the Sprucewood Square community space lot. And again, they have the voting board as well as one of the recyclers and a dumpster. And from what I've been able to see, your Sims can go up here. I don't know if there's any purpose. There might be some collectibles or something up there. I'm not 100% sure. They also have a fishing area on this side. And they can go all around here through these little alleys. And they can also walk over to here, but it doesn't look like there's any fishing. And truth be told, I don't know if you really want to be fishing in this world. It's a little questionable to me. And here we are in our final area, and this is Port Promise. The community space here is called the Waterfront Community Space. Again, they have the voting board, the recycler, and a dumpster that is currently occupied. And he's already uncomfortable from the air in this neighborhood. If you can tell, it's pretty gross looking. You definitely don't want to be fishing in here. I haven't found any fishing signs, but even if you do, I don't know. So over on this side, we do have another voting board and then a couple of residential lots. And I really don't know if there's too much else to do other than trying to improve the eco footprint of this neighborhood, because it is pretty terrible. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and let this Sim go back to his hometown of San Myshuno. And next time, we will be back with Brittany and Brent as promised. And until then, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Questions, kind comments, and feedback are always welcome. And remember, be a nice human. Bye, everybody.